Hi, welcome to a video of my flea market finds for Saturday, October 25th, 2025. Box of records, I don't know how many people were unloading stuff, all kinds of stuff. Looks like they emptied the house. There was a box of records. Started looking at the records and I asked how much are they. Just $5 each. Oh, okay, so I put 4 of them back in the box. I'm trying to remember what they were. I only got this one and it's overpriced for what it is. But there were some other records of Elvis compilations and rarities, but I couldn't find what the rarities were about. I didn't have time to read all the cover. But they were not by RCA or RCA BMG. It was just by no-name labels. So pass. I forgot what. There was a lady's album, but it was in so condition. I already have it anyways. But I got this one just for fun. $5 is overpriced though. So it's a single 45 is it 45 RPM? Yeah, it is. It's from 1979 too. Oh, okay. That's why I never seen it. It's from England. Okay, I didn't notice that. Okay, that makes sense because the fake Elvis LPs, fake as not being by RCA, were from Europe as well. Okay, so that makes sense now. So it's basically just a single 45, and it has 2 songs. On the A side, on the reverse, It Won't Seem Like Christmas Without You, and the B side, Merry Christmas Baby. Copyright 1971, both tracks. Okay, that's why I've never seen it before. It's from England. Okay, just notice that as I'm making a video. Same lot, had a couple of pans, and I like that one. Heritage, the Rock, starting to adopt this kind of pan. I like those, and it hasn't seen much wear at all. A little bit. It was $5, and actually I offered $5. Maybe I should have asked first how much it was. Maybe it was $2, but I assume it was expensive because the records were expensive. But you don't do that. That's a stupid mistake. Sometimes they just are clueless about some items, and some are underpriced, other are overpriced. So, but it was $5. It's not like I lost a fortune, and maybe. Then a common nice seller. He told me I was the first one to buy, if I were going to buy anything, to buy from his new arrivals. A small little case, 2 little cases of new arrivals. And yeah, and I saw I picked 3 Pink Floyd albums. And 2 are great purchases. One is a bad purchase, my own fault, not the seller's fault. It doesn't have time to really inspect the records. It's my own fault, and the weather's fault. The weather was awful. It was like clouded and very hard to read the records. Although I had a flashlight, I had no excuse. But this, I always say I don't like The Wall because it's too depressing, too dark. It's just Roger Waters' psychotherapy, using the band's output to just, I don't know. I tried to watch the movie twice, and both times I gave up because it was just too negative. But I got it because I said I'll give it another chance, and it's annoying that I don't actually have it. Well, actually I do. I have a worn copy somewhere downstairs I got in that lot. And I will need to dig it out because to compare with the problem I found with this one. What I like about this one, it's the first edition with no writing on the cover, which is what you want. It has the 2 inner sleeves, although they're pretty yellowed. They're not torn. And the problem, the second record is in great shape. As soon as I pulled out the first record to test it out, right away, right off the bat, I saw the problem. I said, how did I miss that? Probably with this piece of crap camera, you can almost see it, I guess. There's a big scratch starting from the 4th track of side 2, and into 1/3 of the next song. One of my turns, and I can't read this writing. Don't leave me now. Don't leave me now. One of my turns is the B side of the 45 of Another Brick of the Wall Part 2, and it's one of those scratch. So I said, ah, crap, what a bad purchase. But I'll have to compare with my used copy I got in a lot. I hope I kept it. I'm trying to remember, because I vaguely remember buying the leftovers at the end of a yard sale for almost nothing, and I think that one was in there but worn. I hope I kept it so I can check if the record is in better shape. The two other Pink Floyds that I got, because I got all three, I think the starting price was $10 each, without telling me they were $10 each. I just showed him those three, and he said 25 for all three. This one I already have, Pink Floyd, a nice pair, with the Piper at the Gates of Dawn and A Saucer Full of Secrets. I already got this like over 20 years ago in a yard sale for $1 or $2, something ridiculous like that. However, I'm 99% sure that my copy did not have these inner sleeves, because I've never seen them before. So you have this blue tinted one, and the green tinted one here, no splits. So I said, just for that, I can always like keep one copy, sell the other one day when I do eventually sell records out of space necessity, not because I want to make a buck or something. I'll be selling for. And this one I needed, Atom Heart Mother, again, all the bells and whistles, which is no writing here. I didn't want the one with the title there. Move. And this thing here, the record is in nice shape. I've checked a few spots, no stupid scratch on it. A little bit of with a proper cleaning machine will sound even better. So yeah, just for that, because I only have my Uncle René's copy they gave me in a lot of records. They gave me 273 albums he gave me in 1993, and he was all like proud to show me that his copy had a defect. You see this inside sheet, black and white, that stamped inside was missing from his copy. It was just naked about starting here. All this was a naked cardboard. He was all proud. I would have returned it to the store and said I want a proper copy, but he kept his. So I have this copy and I have my Uncle René's copy, which I think is slightly more worn than this. So it's a slight upgrade, but I'm fine with that one. And so I got this, and I got this for $25, which is still pretty good. And this, well, depending if the LP number 1 is playable in the copy I think I still have downstairs, and I know that the cover, the sleeve I have downstairs is ugh. So I'll keep this copy and switch the first record and let the other go for almost nothing. So this was $25, but the scratch I could have caught it. I was stupid. I went too fast. So I don't blame the seller at all, and I won't bring it back and show him the scratch. Oh no, this is my fault. Another nice seller. Oh, that's all he sold me. He sold me this little Babar figure. Yay, cute. $1. Yes, couldn't resist. I had a one Babar book as a kid and 2 Babar records, which actually was a compilation on 2 Canadian LPs, no pictures, well, aside from the cover. They took 7 French record readers from the late 50s and compiled them onto 2 full-length LPs, Babar Volume 1 and Babar Volume 2 on the Alouette label. Our neighbor gave me those records and I loved them. So I had a little bit of Babar in my childhood. So yeah, and I remember the name of the kids, Pomme, Flore, Alexandre, and the cousin was Arthur. Anyway, and the wife is Celeste. and there was an old one called Cornelius, and I remember because there's a song by Juba Beko called L'Enterrement de Cornelius, nothing to do with Babar. Anyway, this nice figure for $1. What did I get after that? After that I had my usual seller of comic books, and I love this seller. I recognize him, not from physically because I don't have a good memory of faces, but he lays records on his dashboard. I like that. I always know it's him because the way he sets up his stuff. Well, last time he had a Pop Hop Tintin book in rough shape, in worse shape than the copy I got. Was it last year or earlier this year? I forget. Le Sceptre d'Autocar. This time he had the Sceptre d'Autocar again, but this one as well. Vol 714 pour Sydney. And he had not one but two Asterix pop-up books. Unfortunately, the two Asterix books were in really rough shape. Like, oof. Like in one of the books, you turn the page, you have Obelix, and the big menhir that he carries, I don't know how you call that in English, a menhir, on his back was ripped out, and there's nothing to do with that. I left both behind. But this one, I remember, I remember that one. We'll look at it, okay? Well, you have no choice, either that or you fast forward. First of all, off the bat, the Woolco price tag there, that's pretty cool, $1.39. That's pretty cool. So it's the least damaged one I've seen so far. So we have this going like this, and here you have the little flap. It works. This is like mostly popping up a bit. I don't know if it's supposed to pop up more. I'm afraid to touch it. I don't think it's supposed to move. I don't see any flaps. Turn the page. This one, it doesn't seem to have anything torn or missing, but I think something's supposed to happen with the wheels. I'm afraid to fiddle with it, but I can't get anything to move, so I'll try to find a way to fix this, but it's not moving. But yeah, maybe it is missing something, I don't know. And this is kind of cute. It's very simple, but I love it. Me too. Cute. That's so cute. This is another pop-up. Supposed to just lift this, soulever, and it reveals a hole. I don't know if it's supposed to reveal something else. And the next page, this is more or less really like un relief, and that page is pretty cool. And when you open it fast, this thing hits you in the face, like boing. I love that. Boing. So that is a cool page. I said, as soon as I saw that page, I said, sold. And here you have when you reveal the little cloud, you see the little rowboat, and there it is. So that's pretty cool. And I realized that, well, actually there's 6 of them, although they only list 5 on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one. It turns out I've checked on the internet, because earlier I bought 4 of them. On a marché sur la lune, le Temple du Soleil, le Sceptre d'Autocar for $15 each, and a beat up copy of L'Île Noire for $5, because it was either $45 for those 3, or if I added that one, $50. And I gave the seller the choice. She chose $50 for all 4. This is the only one I'm missing of the 6 Tintin pop-ups, the Trésor de Rackham Leroux. So if I see that one, it's not completely trashed, I'm willing to pay $30 for it, just to have all 6 of them. But I wish I had like the 2 Asterix ones, because I prefer Asterix to Tintin. So how much was this? Well, he said it was $20, but I didn't quite pay $20 because I added these 2 books. Asterix et le Chaudron, which I have more than once. Well, I don't know how many times I have it. But this is a first edition. Ta-da! Asterix et le Chaudron. I tried, since my inventory is not up to date, in my house is a mess, everything's piled up in boxes and stacks and stuff. I'm so behind on my inventory, it's really embarrassing. Well, I try to look back at some of my videos, and this is where tagging my videos on YouTube comes handy. I started a list of my first editions. That's how many I have. At least 8. Let me think. Yeah, at least 8 Asterix books, early ones, first editions. So I have to be more careful and remember which one I'm missing. So that was in okay shape, except for the name here. But I think everything's alright. Sometimes some colors don't match the lines. I hate that, but it happens. But the paper is beautiful, beautiful. The colors, I like first editions. So I had this one. In my mind, that's a $5 book at least. Oh, it has a $1.95 price tag of the time. And I collect Bully Bill books, and I have a hard time coming up with the more recent ones. Like this is a 2005 book, not by Robat, but by Véron. I've read a few at the library a few years ago, and I like how Bill is drawn, so I do want them. So he had this one. He had another one that didn't have any numbers, and it was for a wildlife fund, one franc. €1, I think, or I don't remember, given to it. But I browsed through it, and it was a compilation of gags from different books, and I left it behind. I only got that one because there's some. Oh, that's not the page I wanted to show. There's some nice belly shots. I like it when the characters have a nice round belly for all kinds of reasons. And this one have a lot of that going on in this book. So here he steals like 5 liters of ice cream. I think it would be bigger than that with 5 liters. So he's pretty big and all like boom. And then on the next page, I wish we could see the aftermath. But he's trying to get Bill to do a circus trick, and he's sad because he doesn't have the talent of these other dogs. So he says, look at him, he's going to eat his weight in food. And page 27, he finds a whole what's un gigot in English, but it smells bad. It turned bad. Or he's all like sick, but nice fat belly there, and he turned green. Anyway, so I have to check how many they made, because I have the original of that, which is not supposed to be number 27. They started renumbering them and taking the first books and removing some pages and diluting the books. But I have the originals of that one, that one, but I don't have Kelsik. So I have to figure out if that one only exists in this number 29 and whatever came out after that. So I've added these 2 books. I'm taking a lot of detours to this today. Remember, he said this was 20. So I said, how much for all 3? He said 25. That doesn't mean that's 250, 250, and 20. No. I don't know how much it comes to by book, but for sure he lowered the price of all 3 books, because I don't think he was asking for like only $2 or $3 for those. I think he realized this one I picked out of a place where he put some better ones, but he still accepted 25 for all 3. So I don't know how much this comes down to, but it's my best copy yet of a Pop Hop Hergé book. And those are rare. You have to take them as you find, unless they're really trashed, like the ones I left behind. The 2 Asterix ones were really bad. After that, I got some boring purchase there, but batteries. A guy had a whole lot of batteries. I've checked the dates. They're made in copyright 2024. They expire in 2040. They were clean and everything. So he had packs of 24 of these, or 12, I think. AAAs and AA's. He has 24s and 36. These 36 and that pack of 24, $15 each. So that's slightly cheaper than when they're on special at the store, and no taxes, no nothing. But I didn't know how many to take. I took one of each here, and I've asked the seller. Okay, this is $30. can I have, I'm not sure if I want another pack. Can you make it for $40 if I add this one? And he said yes. So that comes down to $13.33 per pack. So why do I need so many batteries? Well, the piece of crap camera I'm using right now uses 2 AA batteries, and they wear out pretty fast. Because I also take pictures of all my my stuff afterwards. Okay, now coming to the coolest purchase of the day. Although the day was going pretty well, my friend Coffee was there, and we bring each other good luck. It's really fun. The batteries. Oh yeah, a guy had some records, and I picked 4 of them. And he said, how much? I've asked how much for the 4 records, and he said $20. I said, okay, well, there's one I'm not sure I want, because you see Jerry Lewis Sings for Children with the deletion hole. It's in great shape, but it's more for the kids' value, or Jerry Lewis making. He's not a good singer, but it's Jerry Lewis. I have some 78s on Decca, and just because it's Jerry. Oh, I have some on Capitol. I remember. I'm a busy something. What's the title of it? Anyway, I have also some Capitol record 78s of Jerry Lewis. I remember buying this in the art, so like more or less 20 years ago, 15-20 years ago, and there was some, I think the bottom was split. This is a later edition, I think. It's in great shape. I said, how much if I remove this one? Oh, it's still going to be $20 because you have some great ones there. So I said, okay, well, I consider this to be free, and these 3 $20. So what do I have? I have David Bowie in Bertold Brecht. I'm pretty butchering the name there. Ball. So it's a maxi single. It says specially priced extended play, and they didn't hide the fact that it's a very short record. Look at the empty space on the record there. And I did bring that out, to try to influence the price. I haven't finished listening to it yet. That's nice. And since I collect David Bowie records, well, yeah, I had to add this to my collection. My first Lou Reed record, finally. I don't have Walk on the Wild Side, which is the only song by him I know. So this is Rock and Roll Heart. I think it's a US pressing. No, it's a Canadian pressing. Okay, with the shrink wrap still around the sleeve, in great shape. It's impeccable. I played the whole thing earlier. I love this. It's good. It has a David Bowie feel to it. Like, kind of, if you like David Bowie, you probably will like Lou Reed, and vice versa. I liked it. I think my favorite song was which one? A Sheltered Life. Everything is good there. I didn't hear anything I didn't like. How many songs are there? 1, 2, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, 12 track. Yeah, that's exactly what. Because to be honest, I didn't want to wear her out. I played it on YouTube. I buy vinyl records and I played the album on YouTube. That's kind of weird. But the last one. Goal Music, Frankie Stein and His Goals, on Power Records in stereo. Is that a deletion hole? Yeah, tiny deletion hole. Shrink wrap still around the cover. Record, I've tested it. Doesn't look like it's ever been played, or very, very little. No scratches, no, and this nice loud record on the original. Let me see here. Yeah, I have to put a sleeve on that. Not a scratch to be found, maybe 1 or 2 little fingerprints. The whole of the record looks like no how do you call that? Spindle hole marks at all. And I remembered seeing this record, and the seller saying it's a great record and everything. It turns out, I started explaining to my friend when was the last time I saw this, and I explained to him, remember the Beatle record I bought when I turned the corner and I saw the Beatle record, and and then, the guy cut me off, said, yes, that was me. Oh, okay, well, that is the same copy in the same box. of when I bought 4 Beatles records for $10 each, including my precious Sgt. Pepper's Mono Canadian First Edition for $10. Well, then I got this record, and the Lou Reed, and this David Bowie record for $20. Then I didn't jump on my computer to go on Discogs, but I checked. I got curious just before making this video. Turns out this damn record, the last Nearman copy sold for $70 Canadian, and actually that was back in 2023. The other copies, unless like even good or VG, sold for even more. And the two copies right now are for sale, but I didn't check the conditions. They start at $123, $70. Damn. And I paid $20 for these 3. So I'm pretty, and I did play a few spots, and it sounds great. I can't wait to play the whole thing. So that I'm pretty glad to add this to my collection, because I knew the names Frankie Stein and his goals. It rang a bell. I'm wondering if I saw that name or heard that name in one of Tink's videos. I unfortunately don't get to the time to watch all her interesting and cool videos, but I know she leaves me comments often on my videos, so I thank you, Tink. You're very nice. I wish I could return the favor. I'll try to find time to watch your videos a little bit more often. But I'm almost sure it's on one of her past videos I've heard that name, Frankie Stein and his gold. It rings a bell. That's her kind of stuff there. So that was a great purchase of the day. I thought my best purchase was this Tintin book, or that Pink Floyd Atom Heart Mother for cheap, because a local record store was selling a copy with a huge scratch on it for $20. No, okay. What did I get after that? Oh, it's not even over yet, but let's rush it because the video is almost 30 minutes long. After that, a lady was selling some records, some 45s laid down on the ground on some sort of like cloth, small stacks, with some in sleeves, the rest naked. She said the naked records are 25 cents each, and the others are 50 cents. So guess what I did? I only bought the ones with no sleeve. They were not picture sleeves, just regular sleeves, and they were not in better shape. So I had picked a few when she said it was 25 cents each. I went back and got some more. So I got some impulse purchases there. Let's see, 25 cents each, 14 records. I gave $3.50. We have Viva Las Vegas, Elvis Presley, What I Say, Charo, and Memories. Indescribably Blue with Fools Fall in Love, Ask Me, and Ain't That Loving You Baby, Long-Legged Girl, and That's Someone You Never Forget. But this is one of the first ones I picked in the stack. Go Go Girl by Hot Chocolate. I collect or try to find Hot Chocolate records. You'll Always Be a Friend. And it's from 1972, so I knew it would not be on my Cicero Park album. It's made in Barbados. How do you pronounce that? Barbados in English? It's Barbade in French, so I don't know how to say Barbados. Barbados. Is it Barbados or Barbados? Anyway, and I didn't check. I saw Rack Records Limited. I knew it was the same Hot Chocolate, because there is another Hot Chocolate band. So unfortunately, it's thick vinyl, but badly pressed, and the label is crooked. Well, the record plays crooked, but you can always recenter it by hand. Another Barbados-made record, Lunar 7, Another Try, and Theme from My Father. I took a chance. War, Slipping into Darkness, and Nappy Head. And it says WI there, so that means West Indies, probably from Barbados. This one doesn't say, but I know it's not from North America. It's manufactured by Dynamic Sounds Recording Company Limited. Didn't have time to do a search, but it's Superfly by Curtis Mayfield. A little bit of scratching sounds there at the beginning, but it's listenable. Junkie Chase, that side plays better actually, weirdly enough. And this one is from Jamaica. Let's Stay Together by Al Green. and Tomorrow's Dream. This sounds pretty cool. I can't wait to play this whole thing. I think this is reggae. It's Come Back Darling by Ken Lazarus, and the other side is Johnny Too Bad. Back to Canadian pressings here. At the Beach by Bobby Francis. Summer's Coming. I knew it would sound great. An okay copy of Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys with Let's Go Away for a While. And Yesterday, the Beatles songs by Ray Charles. Never Had Enough of Nothing Yet. And finally, my friend asked me what was Shame, Shame, Shame by Shirley & Company, and he thought of another song with Shame, Shame. So no, this is like, I tried to hum it to him, but it was like so condition. He left it behind. Before I left, I gave another 25 cents and took the Shame, Shame, Shame and gave it to him. So play that tonight. Check at least if you like it. He's younger than me, and he didn't know last week I made him buy Soul Dracula for $1. He said, you need to hear this. This is really good. And anyway, I have to get him to discover all the early disco stuff from 1974 to 76. So that was my day today. I spent a lot. If you added up the price, I've spent over $120, but I got this $70 record for less than $20. So thanks for watching.